What up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. So my goal originally was to do 90 days, no fap, what they call hard mode, which means basically no ejaculation. I experimented a few times with having sex during the process, without ejaculating. That wasn't fun, but it was something that I needed to prove to myself that I could do. I was able to do that. I learned about this practice from a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and it was a concept that I was extremely intrigued by. I love doing psychological experiments with myself. So for one, I wanted to test my willpower and my discipline, and I also wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Right? I've heard a lot of people talk about the benefits, and I wanted to explore. I unfortunately did not make it to 90 days. But I did that very consciously. I, on purpose, ended my streak. And the reason why is because by day 74, I had proven everything I wanted to prove to myself. I had received all the benefits that I set out to receive. And at that point, I felt like I was doing myself a disservice. I won't get into the details, but I was ready to have an experience with somebody, and it just wasn't important for me to continue that streak. I ended the streak at day 74. But there's been some significant changes that happened between day 1 and day 74, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit in today's video. So this is the third video that I'm making on this topic. I'm gonna try my best not to repeat any of the benefits that I spoke about in the previous two videos. I will link those videos in the description below. There probably will be a little bit of overlap, but for the most part, I want to talk about all original discoveries during my nofap journey. So this 74-day nofap journey has probably been one of the most transformative times. Like, if you were just talking about density of time, I've seen the most transformation psychologically out of myself in this last 74 days than I probably have in any group of 74 days in my entire life. My productivity has gone through the roof. My confidence has gone through the roof. The levels that I attract things and people into my life has gone through the roof. I'm definitely 100% a totally different person today than I was 74 days ago. During that 74-day period, I definitely transformed into an entirely different person. So I'm probably gonna lose a lot of people with this part of the video. There's a lot of changes that happen on an invisible, metaphysical type level, and it has a lot to do with energy. I'm single, and I think the biggest way I can feel the benefits or talk about the benefits, or let's not call them benefits, but the changes, is in my dating world. It's almost hard to talk about because it's such an invisible effect, right? It's such an invisible, energetic pivot that happened. There's something special that happens when you get control of your sexual urges. It changes the landscape of how you process information and how you make decisions. In the past, especially coming out of a relationship, I'm on a hunt. I'm trying to knock something down. I'm trying to get over my ex by getting under someone else. You know that saying. But this time it was different. I was calm. I was focused on being productive in my business and with my family. I didn't think about this. Honestly, was the easiest breakup that I've ever had to get over in my life, and I think a lot of it had to do with where my frame of mind was. I wasn't focused on the past. I wasn't focused on the pain of, the breakup or whatever. I wasn't angry. I wasn't horny. I honestly think this experience just brought to the surface a part of me that used to be drowned by the motivation to get ass. Right? I think as men, we have this natural animal instinct to reproduce. And I think a lot of what we do gets tainted by that animal instinct. How can I say this? Like, it's almost like there's a filter that goes on our decision-making process that when you're chasing ass all the time, it definitely changes the way that you move in the world. And it definitely changes what you focus on. And as a result of me not focusing so much on women, on getting that next nut, I was focused on other things, And somehow, I don't know what the science is behind this, but I was 100% focused on myself, my personal growth, my business, my kids, and magically I have tons and tons and tons of women just checking for me. Do I look any different? No. Do I make any more or less money? No. But it's something about my energy that must have changed, because in the past, when I'm looking for women, they just don't flock to me the way that they are nowadays for some reason. And it's not just with women, with everything that I seem to want, it just seems to magically have been appearing into my life. So,
what's up?
Yeah, I'm kind of talking around in circles because I honestly didn't plan this video out. Just kind of wanted to turn the camera on and talk about it. But the biggest takeaway from my experience with nofap, for one, I'm never masturbating ever again. It's definitely just such a waste of life force. And two, I've associated now, because with me, when I have an understanding of how things work, it allows me to change my behavior on the spot. So now I connect my sexual urges to not being productive. And productivity is one of the most important things in my entire life. And the fact that I now connect the pursuit of sex to being anti-productive, it changes that for me. I'm not saying I'm not going to pursue sex, but this experience has definitely changed the way that that instinct is going to be wired for me. And it's going to change my life. It definitely is going to change my life. I now know the power of my energy. I now understand that I have the power to manipulate my energy. 74 days, no orgasms. It definitely changed my life. It definitely changed the way that I make decisions on a day-to-day basis. It definitely changed who I am from a confidence standpoint, which is everything. It definitely changed the way that I mentally process my sexual urges, which is everything. This has been an amazing experiment. I think every man should try it, whether it's just for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I failed my original goal of 90 days. I can't really say I failed because I purposely ended my streak, but I'm very happy with the results. And let me know in the comment section below if you guys have ever experimented with it, or if you plan to experiment with nofap. And if you guys want me to make videos on any other topic, put it in the comment section below. Leave this video a big thumbs up. And as always, I'm just trying to share the wellness. So get well and get money.